XP Sports here, and I'm back with another video. And it's been a long time, very long time since I have done one. It's been a long time since Xander's done one. It's been over a month, probably way before Christmas. I don't know, we've not really had a whole lot of time with school, and yeah, so and it's off season for football, and we're trying to figure out a new schedule. So I've been keeping up with basketball. I'm sure he has too. College, he's probably keep up with the NBA more. If you notice, the scenery is different. I'm doing it in the kitchen instead of my bedroom, because I felt like in my bedroom you really couldn't see me that good. So I do it in the kitchen. So just different scenery. And so this is going to be, I wanted to really do this Monday to stay on track, but it didn't get to happen with other things going on. But from right now on, I'll do it today, and then I'll do it Monday. I'll start after this one. I'll start every Monday. It's took me a long time to do, an hour and a half to 2 hours for probably a 20-30 minute video. But anyways, starting every Monday, I'm going to do for every basketball conference and, of course, college. Every basketball conference, I'm going to give you the standings and who I think will win as of right now. And I will do that every Monday. I'm going to give it a try. If you don't like it, you just tell me in the comment. But if you do, you can go ahead. And then Xander, we still talk, but I've really not asked really what he wanted to do. He may be able to do, NBA. Keep y'all updated on that if you don't watch it. College football news, I don't know. As you know, Jeremy Pruitt got fired and Philip Fulmer is retiring. I don't know who they're going to get as a coach. And I was just watching a basketball game right now on the ESPN, on the bottom line, it said Notre Dame's on probation for recruiting, pretty much the same thing. I'm going to pull up to McDonald's and see if I can get a scholarship from Tennessee. No, I'm just joking. But anyways, that's really what it was. He was putting whatever it was in McDonald's bags. Pretty stupid. He should get fired for that if you don't act like that. And I don't know what Notre Dame did. Brian Kelly's in it as well, obviously, because he's the head coach. I didn't see how long. It just said they were on probation. I'll have to do some looking into that. But anyways, let's get right to the video. So my notes are right here, by the way. So in the American East Conference, as the number 1 seed, we'll have UMBC. Number 2, Vermont. 3, Stony Brook. 4, New Hampshire. 5, Hartford. 6, UMass Lowell. 7, Albany. 8, New Jersey International. And 9, Maine. And 10, Binghamton. I don't know some of these colleges. So, but there's 10 in that. I don't think all 10 make it. I think just 8. So as of right now, Maine and Binghamton, whatever. Them two, 9 and 10 is not in the tournament. They're not in. So probably figure this up right now. We got UMBC and New Jersey International, Vermont and Albany, Stony Brook, UMass Lowell, New Hampshire, and Hartford. That would be the bracket if it ended today. If the tournament started today, thank God, hopefully, not thank God, but pray God that we have a March Madness and we get to do every conference. And it's not going, and I hope there's not teams that are going to drop out of the March Madness like there was football teams in the bowls. So I think that's ridiculous. Why would you play if you're not, say for example, say Virginia Tech, I'm sure it's not all about the, whatever it was, 20-some game bowl streak or whatever they went to. I wouldn't want to end that, not counting the money that those colleges lost. Just going, even if you lost, just going to that bowl game, you got a lot of money. You have to get a lot. Even little colleges, I think, get quite a bit of money for going to those. So why would you do that? And basketball is probably, it's actually a longer season, obviously. Like, it's around 32 games. Well, I don't know if it's this year, but if it was a normal season, we'd have like 32 games. Why would you play 32 games? Plus, probably 4 or 5 in your conference tournament. And especially a team like these, like the little conferences, why would you play 36 games and be like, I don't know, 15 seed? Like, obviously you might lose, but it's still a chance. At least you're having that fun experience. Like if you've never went before and you made it this year, there's no way I would drop out. But I was thinking about that the other day. Like, will there be teams do that, like football? I hope not. But I do think we'll have a March Madness this year. Obviously, I think it's in one site. I think they done announced that. Indianapolis, I think. I don't know what they'll do. It may be like a travel. Have you ever seen like a travel site basketball, like where there's like 4 or 5 courts? They might do that. I don't think they'll do one game, one court. If so, 6 games a day. It's gonna be a long time just to do one round. I don't think they'll do one court one day, one court for every game. I don't. Maybe 3 to 4. That will at least give you maybe 15, 30 games. You know, I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, back to this. We have, like I said, the American East standings. Let me repeat them. Number 1, UMBC. 2, Vermont. 3, Stony Brook. 4, New Hampshire. 5, Hartford. 6, UMass Lowell. 7, Albany. 8, New Jersey International. Maine, number 9, and number 10, Binghamton, whatever. So top 8 make it. As of right now, I probably have to take UMBC or Vermont 1 or 2 seed. Those teams are pretty good. Like, I don't get to watch these little conferences, but I do like watch highlights and stuff. I keep up with them pretty good. So as of right now, UMBC and Vermont. Moving on to the American Conference. We have number 1. There's 11 teams in this one. I think they all 11 make it too. So number 1, Houston. 2, Wichita State. 3, Tulsa. 4, SMU. 5, South Florida. 6, Memphis. 7, Temple. 8, East Carolina. 9, Tulane. 10, UCF and Cincinnati. Cincinnati sucks this year. This is the worst I've ever seen Cincinnati basketball. UCF's not that good. They're actually last year. Well, not last year, but the year before. Whenever we had the last March Madness we had was, I guess it was 2018, 2019, something like that. UCF almost beat Duke. They made that tournament. But I'm watching Wichita State right now. Well, I was watching them right now before I did this. They're playing Memphis. They look really good. But Houston does too. I think I will have to take Houston. Like the American East, there'll be only one team that make it. But in the American, I think maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 teams out of the American will make it. But if it ended today, I think it would be Houston or Wichita State, the top 2, obviously, again. The Atlantic 10, we have St. Bonaventure, number 2, UMass, 3, VCU, 4, Richmond, 5, Dayton, 6, Davidson, 7, Rhode Island, 8, George Washington, 9, George Mason, 10, LaSalle, 11, DeCucas, 12, Fordham, 13, St. Louis, and 14, St. Joseph. 14 teams, I think all 14 of them make it actually. St. Joseph suck. I think they've won 2 games. UMass is the best I've seen them in years. VCU, the same. Obviously, last year, if we'd had a March Madness, Dayton would have been the number 1. They're 5. They're not that good. Also, they lost Obi Toppin. Davidson's not that bad, even though they're a 6 seed. St. Louis is very good. They're ranked. But the only reason they're at 13, they've not played a conference game. I think they're 7-1. Not played a conference game, like I said. I'm taking them to win it. Because if it ended today, they would have to, say a week they play a few conference. Taking St. Louis easily. If not, St. Bonaventure. But St. Louis easily. So let's go on to the ACC. Now this conference is anybody can win. 15 teams, obviously. Notre Dame sucks. Boston College, Wake Forest, 13, 14, 15. They're out. Syracuse really don't look that bad, even though they're a 12 seed. Miami beat Louisville the other night. Louisville's a 3. I'm just going to say 1 Virginia, 2 Tech, 3 Louisville, 4 Florida State, 5 Pittsburgh, 6 Duke, 7 Georgia Tech, 8 Clemson, 9 UNC, 10 NC State, 11 Miami, 12 Syracuse, 13, 14, 15th is Notre Dame, Boston College, and Wake Forest. So, the worst I've seen UNC and Duke in years. Duke 6th, UNC 9. Duke, when I do the update, they'll probably not be a 6 seed come Monday. I don't know. They lost to Pittsburgh Tuesday night, I think it was. So, I don't know. Like I said, this is up in the Clemson's at 8, even though they lost to Georgia Tech. I'm going to say Georgia Tech, Clemson, Florida State, Louisville, Virginia. They all could win. They really, honestly could. This is a conference that is all scrambled, like you really don't know. But I will have to take Louisville or Virginia Tech. Virginia, I don't think they're that good. They've really not played anybody in conference yet. So I'm going to take Tech or Louisville. I honestly am. Now, if they finish like unranked, they have to, or not unranked, but if they win out from here, I think they would be a number 1 seed easily. I don't see why, but I'm taking Virginia Tech or Louisville. We got the Atlantic Sun. There's 9 teams, only 8 make it. They really ought to let the. Hold on, let me figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they will let the number 1 have a bye and then let all 9 in, but they don't do that. I don't know why. But there's 9 teams. Number 1, North Alabama. 2, Jacksonville. 3, Liberty. 4, Lipscomb. 5, Bellarmine. I think they're a D2. They moved up to D1 this year. 6 is Seton. 7, North Florida. 8, Florida Gulf Coast. And 9, Kennesaw State. Liberty, I don't know why they're 3. They've only lost, I think, 1 non-con. North Alabama's the same. I think 1, 2, and 3 are actually tied. But North Alabama's really that good. They are good. Jacksonville, I mean, this top 3 could win. I think Liberty still will be able to come out of it. I honestly do. Liberty. The Big 12. There's 10 teams. All 10 make it. Obviously, number 1 Baylor, 2 Texas, 3 Kansas, 4 Texas Tech, 5 Oklahoma State, 6 Oklahoma, 7 West Virginia, 8 TCU, 9 Kansas State, and Iowa State is number 10. So, obviously, I think Baylor, there's no question about it. They whooped Kansas twice by more than 20 points, I'm pretty sure. Texas Tech beat Texas. I'm taking Baylor, but if anybody beats Baylor, I think it's Texas Tech. I honestly do. But that's easy for me. Baylor all the way. If they don't go undefeated, they lose 1 game maybe. They're good. They're legit a championship team, just like Gonzaga. So the Big East, there's 11. All 11 make it. 1 Villanova, 2 UConn. Yeah, they're in the Big East now. 3 Creighton, 4 Seton Hall, 5 Xavier, 6 Marquette, 7 Providence, 8 Butler, 9 St. John's, 10 Georgetown, and 11 DePaul. It's going to come down to Villanova and UConn. UConn lost to St. John's the other day by like 4. St. John's not good, but UConn, they're actually. I didn't think they would be that good in the Big East, but they're good. They can win. They can win this conference tournament. Even if they don't, I think they'll still make it. Because I think they'll go. If they don't win the Big East, they'll be in the championship of the Big East tournament. I think Creighton's pretty good. They lost 2 in a row. We'll have to see. But I'm taking Villanova or UConn as of right now. The Big Sky. There's 11 in the Big Sky. I think all maybe. I think maybe 8 make it out of 11. I don't think all 11 make it. Could be wrong. We got number 1 Montana State, 2 Southern Utah, 3 Idaho State, 4 Sacramento State, 5 Eastern Washington, 6 Northern Colorado, 7 Weber State, 8 Northern Arizona, 9 Montana, 10 Portland State, and 11 Idaho. Idaho sucks, and Portland State, they're not going to win. Now, Montana, they're usually the champions out of this conference. I don't know what happened to them this year. They're obviously number 9. They're not that good. But the only reason number 1 is Montana State and 2 Southern Utah. Montana State beat Southern Utah, so they're pretty much one game behind each other. But I'm going to have to take Southern Utah. I'm not going to talk much about this conference because it probably don't matter if they make it, because they're probably going to have a tough first game. But I'm taking Southern Utah to win that one. Moving on to the Big South. This is easy for me. If you keep up, you know that Winthrop is like 15-0. I don't see anybody playing with them out of these 11 teams, but I'll tell you the standings. 1 Winthrop, 2 Radford, 3 UNC Asheville, 4 Hampton, 5 Campbell, 6 South Carolina Upstate, 7 Gardner-Webb, 8 Presbyterian, 9 High Point, 10 Longwood, and 11 Charles Sutherland. I'm not going to talk much about this one either because Winthrop, they're the easy favorite for me. If anybody beats them, Radford. That's just, honestly, I don't know. They're good. They're good. Moving on to the Big Ten. At 14 teams, all 14 make it. Number 1, Michigan, 2 Iowa, 3 Wisconsin, 4 Ohio State, 5 Purdue, 6 Illinois, 7 Minnesota, 8 Indiana, 9 Rutgers, 10 Northwestern, 11 Michigan State, 12 Maryland, 13 Penn State, and 14 Nebraska. The top 5 of these, Michigan, Iowa, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Purdue could win. As of right now, I'm going to take Iowa. They've looked awesome. Michigan lost this past Saturday, ended their undefeated streak, or record, I should say. I'm taking Iowa. Easy. Well, not easy, but I think Iowa. The Big West. The Big West. We have 11. I think all 11 make it. We have UC Irvine, California State, UNC Riverside, California State Barn. I can't pronounce that one. 5 Long Beach State, 6 California Sun, 6 California Fulton, 8 Hawaii, 9 UC Davis, 10 UC San Diego, and 11 Cal Poly. UC Irvine. A lot of these conferences I do know about. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't know nothing. I just heard these down from nothing. No, I didn't. But I'm just not going to talk a whole lot about little conferences. The Colonial Conference. We have Northeastern, James Madison, Hostaford, 4 Charleston, 5 Delaware, 6 William & Mary, 7 Dexterville, UNC Williamson, 8, 9 Towson, and 10 Elon. I'm going to take James Madison. I think they're at number 2 seed. I think they can win. I think all 10 make that, actually. So, taking James Madison. Conference USA. The Conference USA, there's 2 groups in it. Group A, we have UAB at number 1, 2 North Texas, Louisiana Tech at 3, 4 Rice, 5 Southern Miss, 6 UTEP, and 7 UTSA. In Group B, we have number 1 Western Kentucky, 2 Old Dominion, 3 Florida Atlantic, 4 Charleston, 5 Florida International, 6 Marshall, and Middle Tennessee at number 7. 14 teams altogether. I think all 14 make it. This is a big conference. Well, it's just like the other ones. It just looks big because they're grouped up or in groups. I'm gonna have to take UAB. Easy that. That's pretty safe. I think they've only lost like 1 game. They've not lost a conference game. UAB. Alright, so in the horizontal league, we have 12 teams. I think all 12 make it. Number 1, Cleveland State, 2 Wright State, 3 UIC Flames, 4 Milwaukee, 5 Fort Wayne, 6 Oakland, 7 Robert Morrison, 8 Northern Kentucky, 9 IUPUI, Detroit at 10, Youngstown State 11, Green Bay at 12. Now this is a pretty good comp. There's 2 teams that have joined with Robert Morrison and Fort Wayne. Robert Morrison out of the NEC, and Fort Wayne I think was out of the Summit League. but it's clearly going to be Cleveland State and Wright State, number 1 and number 2. They're the best. They really are the best. Like, there's no doubt in that they are the best. I don't know if anybody could beat them. They could beat each other though. But anyways, that's my top 2. The MAAC, there's 11. We have Siena, 2 Iona, 3 Monmouth, 4 Marist, 5 Manhattan, 6 St. Peter's, 7 the Cascades, 8 Niagara, 9 Ryder, 10 Fairfield, and 11 Quebec, whatever that is. I'm taking Siena. They're actually undefeated. I know they've only played like 4 games, but they win. They've not lost a conference game. Alright, so we got the MAC West and MAC East. There's 13 teams. 13 teams. In the MAC West, we've got number 1 Toledo, 2 Ball State, 3 Central Michigan, 4 Eastern Michigan, 5 Western Michigan, 6 Northern Illinois in the MAC East, 1 Bowling Green, 2 Kent State, 3 Akron, 4 Buffalo, 5 Ohio, and 6 Miami, Ohio. I'm going to have to take Toledo in this one. That's a clear favorite for me in the MAC out of all those teams. In the MEAC, where there's 11, I tell you right now, number 10, 11, South Carolina State and Delaware State, they're not going to make it because they've not won a game. But I think they're not going to make the tournament. They're make their conference tournament. They're not going to win, obviously. But number 1, North Carolina A&T, Florida A&M, Norfolk State, 4 Chapin State, 5 Morgan State, 6 NC Central, 7 Howard, 8 Maryland Eastern, 9 Bethel Cookham, and South Carolina State, Delaware State, 10, 11. I'm going to take Florida A&M in this one. I've actually watched them. I think they could beat North Carolina A&T. They're pretty good team, which I don't think they won a non-con game, to be honest. But conference-wise, they're tearing it up. So, in the Missouri Valley, obviously Drake, if you've been watching it, they're unstoppable. They're undefeated. There's 10 teams in this one, but I'm not even going to go over. I'll tell you the standings. Number 1, Drake. 2, Missouri State. 3, Loyola Chicago. 4, Bradley. 5, Evansville. 6, Indiana State. Northern Iowa at 7. Southern Illinois at 8. Illinois State at 9. And 10, Valparaiso. It's obviously Drake. That's just easy for me. In the Mountain West, we have 11. 1 Boise State, 2 Utah State, 3 Colorado State, 4 Nevada, 5 San Diego State, Fresno State at 6, UNLV 7, Air Force 8, Wyoming 9, 10 New Mexico, 11 San Jose State. I'm gonna take Utah State in this one. They're good. There's nobody. Boise State obviously could beat them, but we're in the NEC. There are 10 teams. We have number 1 Bryant. This is the conference. I like to watch them, but every one of them sucks, so you don't know who's going to win. But I'll tell you the standings. 1 Bryant. Number 2 LIU. 3 St. Francis. 4 there's St. Francis Baltimore. 4 Mount St. Mary's. 5 Sacred Heart. 6 Fairford Dickerson. 7 Wrangler. 6 Central Connecticut. 9 Merrick Mac. They're D2, I think, the team that moved up. And St. Francis, Pennsylvania. I'm going to tell you Bryant just because they're number 1 seed, but that conference is up in the air. It's like the ACC, but the ACC is obviously better. But that conference is up in the air. I don't know. Matter of fact, same way with this one, the OVC, the Ohio Valley Conference. There's 12 teams. I'm going to say top 7 could win, and that's Belmont, Southern Illinois, we'll say SIUE. 3 Eastern Kentucky, 4 Morehead State, and I'm watching them right now. They're pretty good. Austin Peay, At 5, 6, Jacksonville State. 7, Murray State. 8, Eastern Illinois. Tennessee Tech at 9. Southeast Missouri at 10. Tennessee Martin at 11. And Tennessee State. Top 7 can win. I want to tell you Belmont just because they're in the lead. But that conference don't suck. They're good and anybody could win. Alright, here comes my conference and my team. Oregon Ducks, Pac-12. 12 teams. Washington, they're not going to win. They're a 12 seed. 11, Arizona State, they're not going to win. That's 11 and 12. UCLA, I'm taking them. Even though I'm an Oregon fan and we're at number 3, we have UCLA at 1, USC at 2, Oregon at 3, 4, Colorado, 5, Arizona, 6, Stanford, 7, Oregon State, 8, Washington State, Utah 9, 10, Cal, and Arizona State 11, and Washington 12. UCLA is unstoppable in the conference. They've not lost a conference. I think they've lost 2 games. I don't know who could beat them. Colorado maybe, but they lost to a 1-11 Washington team last night. So, I don't know. We have the Patriot lead. There's 10 teams. This is up in the air too. Navy, Colgate, Lafayette, Army, 5, Holy Cross, 6, Bucknell, 7, Lehigh, Boston University at 8, Loyola, Maryland at 9, and American at 10. I'm going to take Colgate. I'm actually going to take Colgate. I'm not going to take the number 1 seed. So I'm taking Colgate there. Alright, SEC time. 14 teams. You know them all. I'll tell you in the standings as of right now. Alabama, LSU, Tennessee, 4, Mississippi State, 5, Kentucky, 6, Florida, 7, Missouri, 8, South Carolina, 9, Arkansas, A&M at 10, Auburn 11, Georgia 12, Ole Miss 13, and Vanderbilt 14. Tennessee got demolished Tuesday night by Florida. Pretty embarrassing. But the clear favorite to me, well, Kentucky, I think they're going to win. No, I'm just kidding. They're 4-10. Alabama, they're going to win the SEC. Bad as I hate to say it, but that's easy for us. They're going to win it. Alright, the SoCon. There's 10. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Furman will probably win, number 1. Number 2 is Wofford. 3, ETSU. 4, UNC Greensboro. 5, VMI. 6, Chattanooga. 7, Citadel. 8, Mercer. 9, Stanford. And 10, Western Carolina. Number 1, 2, and 3 could win, but I'm going to take Furman. So there's that. Number 10, we have the Southland. There's 13, and I don't think all 13 make it, to be honest. This is one that nobody cares about. I'm really not even going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you that 1, 2, 3, and 4 could win. We have Sam Houston State, Stephen F. Austin, Abilene Christian, NSU, and IW. That's just, I think that, yeah. So 1, 2, and 3 really. Abilene Christian, Sam Houston State, and Steph F. Austin. They could win easily. Alright, we have the SWAAC. There's 10. This is, I don't know, because they suck. But number 1 is Southern, and we're just going to go with that. They're going to win, but like I said, whoever wins is no better than a 15 seed. We're about finished here, actually. The Summit lead, we have 9, and I think only 8 make it, just like that one conference. South Dakota 1, 2, South Dakota State, 3, Oral Robertson, 4, North Dakota State, 5, North Dakota, 6, UMKC, 7, Western Illinois, 8, Omaha, and 9, Denver. I'm telling you, South Dakota. A lot of these right here, these last few are just greedy conferences, so I'm not going to take my time on them. The Sun Belt's 12 teams, Texas State, App State, them are the only 2 teams that can win. I'm going to go App State. And we got the WCC and the WAC. The WWC obviously is Gonzaga's. There's 10 teams. Gonzaga's number 1, 2 Pacific, 3 BYU, 4 Santa Clara, 5 San Francisco, 6 LMU, 7 Pepperdine, 8 San Diego, 9 St. Mary's, and 10 Portland. This is the worst I've seen St. Mary's. But it don't matter who I think's good in this conference or not. Gonzaga all the way. And in the WAC, we have 9. I think only 8 make it. There's 2 teams in this conference that's moved up, and that's number 8 Dixie State and 9 Tarleton State. But number 1 Utah Valley, number 2 UTRGV Rio Grande Valley, number 3 Grand Canyon. It's 4 California Baptist, 5 New Mexico State, 6 Chicago State, which I think they canceled their season, so it don't matter, and number 7 Seattle. But I'm going to take Utah Valley or Grand Canyon. I'd like to see Grand Canyon win, but I don't see it. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, I'll do it every Monday. I'll update the standings and go over them every Monday. I'm going to tell Xander to upload it, obviously, so you can watch. And that's really it. I just have to, maybe when he watches this video, he'll think of something to do. But I'll do this every Monday. The Dynasty, that's something fun that we do, but I want to do it. But it's just, when we have time, that's something we'll do, is the Dynasty rebuild. I know it's been a long time since you've seen that. And yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I love you. We love you. XB, peace.